Honestly, yeah, it is the first time ever that
He'll swear around Rain, especially when they're drinking, but that's just because he's being dumb.
yes. Missing out on the cell action. When Fire Dragon bitch came to threaten you.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
the woman
yes.
without a shirt.
Yeah, she does that. It's a power move. It's like, hey, if men are already gonna look at my tits, that like blow their brain out.
I love how we forgot to tell everyone for like a couple days.
Yeah, guess what?
But this campaign basically turned into Lestrana, where we're all just teleporting off the boat to go places while it goes somewhere.
I live again.
If it's not teleport, it's tree stride. If it's not tree stride, it's an airship. If it's not an airship, it's another form of teleportation or other.
There's always something.
It's going to be given.
My job asking me if I would like to do the emergency shift at work today, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
Emergency shift. Be like, sorry, I had an emergency meeting.
I don't know why we couldn't. Oh, look, there he is. Well,
Holy
what
fuck.
are you here for now?
Loud. Why do I have you on 188%?
Better not touch my games.
I considered pressing the delete account button, honestly. But I'm pretty sure it will ask for your password. I don't know why we couldn't just share a computer.
It'll be easier to have two.
Is it?
Why you can do whatever you want. This one. Play.
You two ass hats in the same house?
Yes, they
Yes.
are. They're molesting each other.
That sounds gay as fuck.
I'm into it.
I don't
BS,
understand why we
Jesse,
couldn't
but
just...
you don't want to drive 9 hours.
Drive 9 hours.
Why has he got two of these fucking 12 extra buttoned razor mice?
Let's get 12.
Because he plays video games.
Gamer status.
Yeah, but he has two of them.
I
What
have
if
like
the first
4
one
of
breaks?
them. Yeah, they very frequently break. I can confirm I own like 4 of them.
I'm gonna go refill my water.
No, I have to figure out my
Promise?
fucking password.
I promise.
Yeah, promise?
Promise.
Bet?
Oh no, it's the old password.
Betsy, buddy.
Bet.
Please never seen again. Or there was.
No, this mouse is sticky.
In the end.
This mouse is sticky. I
Yum.
wouldn't doubt it. My man posts furry porn 24 hours a day. There is not a time where he is not looking at furry porn.
I don't want to touch this mouse anymore. I should have.
It's just some man syrup.
And
Honestly, I was gonna bring my own headset, and I was like, "Oh, we should test the mic on my headset first." And I tried to speak into it, and I was like, "Oh, this mic doesn't work. How long has this mic not worked?"
Yo.
hello?
There's the bitch.
Hello. Fuck you.
The bitch.
What, you
Just
wanna
have to remember
share
to log out of all my accounts again when I'm done.
You wanna share a computer, do you? Gay boy?
There's no reason we couldn't have.
Yeah, we could have, but I have multiple computers, so we might as well use them.
Yeah, we might as well sit on opposite ends of the house to each other to play the same game.
Yes.
Yes!
How else do you know
you
that
can-
it's real?
What if Cromsteel wants to stab you in the back? You can't know that's coming.
Yeah,
It really emulates the online experience of
until
playing
Luke
D&D
actually
game.
walks
It
into
elevates the
your room
realism.
and
I really feel like I'm in a different house to you now.
Yeah.
It does come with the downside that I haven't looked at a computer screen without my anti-glare glasses in like 3 years. This is very disorienting.
Do you didn't pack your anti-glare glasses.
I wasn't expecting to be sitting in front of a computer screen.
What were you expecting to be doing?
I don't know, sitting 2 feet further away.
It's not
No.
too late. You can bitch out if you want. Come down there.
Yeah, just go home.
Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna head home.
You
I'll
can
be
also
I'll
just
be ready
back
when I
up.
get back.
You can just back up from the monitor you're at.
I could.
No, just go home. Easier.
Not to be traumatic.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I'll just go home.
Yeah, just fuck off.
I should have just set up Chrome on my Steam share thing, and then I could use
Do
it
you
from
really
my
badly want
phone.
to sit on my lap that much?
Yes.
Fuck's sake.
I mean, that's fair.
having
I
a very
want to lie down
annoying
on the
cat.
couch.
That's what they want.
Hey, fine.
Which,
Come
to be
back.
fair, right? No, you don't have to come down. I've gotten comfortable now.
Classic woman maneuver. No, you don't
Yeah,
have to.
How are you gonna play with Crom? And he has a voice model.
That's true.
You know,
It would
both
be
have a
very
voice model.
inconvenient.
Avoid Leorish.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know what? That's fair. Stay up there. I don't want to see you anymore.
I am Leoris. I'd like to take my titties out and dance.
Hang on. Where's that thing I posted yesterday?
Okay.
Here we go. I lied. You are nothing to me.
And during the rest, I cast Earthquake on the ship.
Joke's on you. It's not Earth.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Earthquake does say something about structures.
Fuck is Corey?
I've fiddled with the setting.
I think he's meant to have an E in his name.
Just the right pitch.
Jesse.
But,
Jesse, you remember Corey?
Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about him?
Yeah, did he have an E in Corey?
He'd have a what?
What?
In his name. Was there an E in it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, shit, I spelled it wrong. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. Let me
Was
see
he
go fix
in
that.
the house?
He could have been.
This is the right pitch.
Sounds like it.
That sounds fine.
Sounds good? Okay.
No, I was making it. I
wasn't
was
set
making it.
up on this computer. It made me sound baby at first.
Do you want me to open it here and tell you the settings?
I
Oh
guess
my
you
God.
could, yeah.
Warforged that was a literal baby whose soul got shoved into a mechanical body.
Kill me.
They just
It's a
pass out.
minus 195.
195.
Well, 1.95. I know you can figure it out.
Ah. Yeah, that's good. I need to go deeper.
2.
Boy.
You know, Jesse, I was referencing that time you, me, and Corey were up in fucking Beecroft, and we got a gay time, and Nate took a picture of us all.
Or eating the gay time.
I
and
did
he
Yeah,
was
all biting
happy.
down. Yeah, it was this Nate. Definitely not a different guy also called Nate.
Feels weird.
There were not
Real.
several Nates.
This
I
guy,
swear.
this
No other
this Nate
Nates.
came all the way to Australia to take a picture of us sharing a gay time.
It was worth it.
I'll have a gay time on your own.
Yeah, exactly.
Aw.
So we all had one together.
Quality gay time.
Now to set up my new racist Halo gamer keyboard.
Well, whenever
Cringe.
you kill a minority, it's like Kilimanjaro.
Yeah. Sure.
My God. Okay.
Oh,
Wanna
it's
stream it
going
yet?
on.
I'll open
Yeah,
Josh's.
Yeah, we definitely haven't
stream.
been streaming this whole fucking time.
Good.
I'll open
Web
Josh's
long
stream
bed. I
on
hope
my
you recorded
phone
everything. Oh wait, it's there for you
So
to
I can
clip whatever you
keep
please.
farming my points.
Nobody clip that.
Everybody clip that.
I'll flip it right now.
Isn't that yours?
What's that?
It's not a
What-
Josh
what
stream
is
if
that?
it doesn't start with Luke saying something that should never
Where
be
was
said on
yours?
the internet.
Well, fuck.
Would like to clip this.
Streamed live for an audience.
Yeah, I'm the audience.
For now.
Alright. Chilamandra.
Kill an jar.
Sunday driver.
So, last time on Festering Face. After the party had escaped combat with Lacrotus, you went to various locations throughout the world in existence. Elaine was able to take a rest with what air she had in the chamber and chest of a old Warforged Titan, along with Host sitting nearby, scrawling down in his books immediately, trying to keep full record of what is going on. Relax was able to get the other slimes back to the Green Grove, and as well as Roth, able to reunite them all, break them free from their initial curse and what was paralyzing them, unable to fully coagulate into their original forms. Many decisions were being debated upon. Elaine had gone to visit back over in the Shadowfey, many of the King's Court with the Unseelie and so forth. With the other continuing teleportations around, visiting back with the Iron Kingdom for a brief time, dropping some extra supplies off, gathering what you could, as well as returning back to the ship after discussing various plans. After realizing what was going on, you had decided to see if you could, well, come to a full meeting at least with Warrenthos. It was on that note that Elaine remembers the one that had almost killed her by accident, not intending her to be the target with the, well, note. But that was also with the Arpuff family. Or let's see. Double check my own notes here. Yeah, Zinvara. So, with Zinvara in mind, as well as the Rencaster Malin that had already been informed of, that had already helped with the Great Worm's original homestead, that also contained one of the vaults. Also, recalling as well that Admor was the elder god within, had gave bountiful feast to many of those who were nearby, and embraced many of the humanoid races to be able to harvest and grow agriculture better. With that in mind, sending a message to Brandcaster Malin, came to an agreement to, well, touch down just outside Warrenthos. Obviously, no weapons equipped, and be escorted into the kingdom itself, be able to speak within reason. After that agreement, there was the brief interpose of Selkit, who managed to push, well, more or less the Obsidian Queen managed to push through Kavan for a brief time and be able to spy upon him, which at that point sent her daughter in response of realizing that there was another of Beetlejuice's children here, with the invitation to come and join them at the Obsidian Court to the south. Head down there in about 1 week, is what was said, as everything continued to continue forward with its conflicts that was going on. Came to the realization that you may not want the escort, especially it being what you found out to be a dragon, and why you agreed to land outside, finding out that Sharon Cool is still alive somehow. And especially upon the other realization that if he's without his other assets, that he is probably under the thumb of Warren Thoss. Quickly told in a dismissive attitude that he would not be needed, and that's why you initially agreed to land outside, also to avoid curiosity from him. But obviously word's already been sent. Alan was a bit confused, but agreed to the new terms that he had proposed, and you are now underway, heading to exact location of Warren Thoss after everyone has been able to collect themselves. Knowing full well that you're only, let's see, she was up by more 2 days travel away. Is there anything you would like to do before getting closer to Warren Thoss and your travels?
Pull on Harvey's tail before it disappears.
No, no.
Yeah, got him.
For those who weren't around for that, come on, you would definitely see Brannigan with a shadow dog tail?
That's new. Is it big and fluffy?
Yes, it is very fluffy.
Do I have any idea how Brannigan acquired this? Was French me cogent?
Go ahead and roll me either history or arcana.
Man, intelligence-based skills, huh?
A little bit, yeah.
Ah,
I mean, you heard rumors of things like this happening, usually people doing weird things with spells and they go wrong, or traveling between planes.
oh wow. Brannigan fucking around with some magic. Magic is interesting. Okay.
You also do see occasionally that the deck of the ship seems to shimmer a bit. Occasionally there's a luminescent, almost like moon moth or butterfly that will occasionally dance along before disappearing back into the ether.
Interesting. Not sure. Yeah, I at least Yvonne, I would like to make it clear, has no desire to go see the Obsidian Queen.
Wow,
really, really like to not do that if at all possible.
Never would have
That
guessed.
said, if we need to, I trust you guys to make that decision.
I mean, we don't need to. They just really want Steno. And I bought Steno a week to decide what she wants to do.
Yeah.
And if she wants us to go fuck up the Obsidian Queen or just chill with us and fight whatever comes to us, that's cool.
Would resonate with me to do good against that evil, but be lying if I was not. If I did not say I was intimidated.
I get the feeling they'll come for us if we don't show up in a week, and I guess we'll deal with that when it comes.
No pressure, but obviously I don't really have intentions to go in. Except, I guess, my father's ex-wife's invitation?
Maybe we should go stand in the middle of that bounty hunters guild and wait for her to show up again. Just a random thought. Warden Thos.
Alrighty. So, heading over to Warden Thos. Who wants to give me a D4? I need 2 of them.
Sure. I feel voluntary. Big 4.
Hell yeah.
Anybody else? Hello? Oh, he's going.
I'll hit it.
He's going. Look
Hit with that D4. 2. Alright.
No shoot, no gun, please.
Pained Warrior, he's going for my one.
Oh fuck.
Finish the fight.
Everyone knows who's in Bymore right now.
At least that guy won't be disappointed for too long.
Oh yeah, Lacrotus.
We can't possibly do any of this.
Look,
It's
Roy.
fine.
It's just fun.
We don't know, but it's still funny.
Maybe Josh is just faking this.
It could be.
Something else is happening, and he's just moving that to scare us.
That's clearly what it is. We should
Actually,
all
just
think.
Bloodbane in a mask. We knew the location of Bloodbane the whole time.
Just
Yeah, we've
never
had
know.
GPS tracking for weeks.
Alrighty then. So, as the 2 days to arrive at Ward Bus will pass, you do see, especially for the areas that you are traversing over, from the section of Bymore, it looks like one township had been partially assaulted before proceeding back into the forest. It does leave to question a little bit of what had initially assaulted. It might hazard a guess of probably the City and Queen's forces. It looks like it burnt down part of the forest as it was marching through. What? On fully arriving on the outskirts of the city, you do see quite a few Elven Guard.
Warren Thos looking nice.
Damn.
Hope the Pained Warrior comes next. Comes here next. I mean, what?
So, the area that you had been initially guided to, being on the outskirts of the far southern end here.
Pained Warrior gonna come here for a fucking day spa.
He's just like screaming while they like manicure his nails.
Walks out. He walks out as the fucking relaxed warrior.
Ah, Gucci.
But he just screams whenever anything happens because he's always in pain, you know, but he's enjoying himself.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Josh, I'm going to unequip literally everything other than my bracelet.
armor and everything.
Armor. Still wearing clothes, of course.
Yeah.
I walk.
No, I don't expect you to walk out fucking bare ass naked.
We need to search you. This is a strip search.
Well, let me start stripping, officer.
I believe I was also going with Elaine. If I recall last time.
Hell's Elaine doing?
So I guess I will also go throw literally everything down.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll put everything I own in my secret chest, and I will give it to Hope.
Cool. I suspect you want me to stay here.
Unless you're okay with walking into the city with no weapons.
I can still do considerable damage with my hands.
Also,
Light my fists up with fire.
we did agree to do a bit of a zone of truth thing. If you are concerned about passing that.
I don't even know what I would be lying about. What
Okay.
kind of truth on?
Alright. So, especially with the airship coming into touchdown, the outer edge, this larger section outside the city looks to be some of the older Elvish ruins, though many of them seem to be left for the farmers to fully take over and make use of, though there is a large section where the airship can touch down into clearing just fine. You do see that quite a few of the other elves look a bit confused, but there are also warforged that are helping with various agriculture and tending some of the trees and such, and even helping rebuild some of these buildings to continue the regular maintenance outside the main city of Warnthos. It does look like a larger force was here, as there is an old campground that looks like it was tamped down for some time. Very muddy, but also slowly starting to regrow. Kind of like why these buildings have been kept on repurposed, but largely ignored. Various scrawlings seem to cover the various ruins as you do fully approach Vornthos, as you're also greeted by what you can easily assume is the Grand Caster, as he is accompanied by two, well, knightly looking elves, fully wreathed with looks like various unique styles of armor. It would assume metal at first, but the way the armor shifts is almost as if it were alive or grown in itself. The only thing that seems to be rigid would be the weaponry that they carry with them, as well as the horns that are atop their helmets within. But in the center of them, looking far more weathered and actually gray in his years, with a curious looking staff that seems to be entwined with a very strange teal colored stone and a small dim light of magic at the center focusing eye, covered with what seems to be very decorative robes, as well as a heavy looking spellbook on his hip, and curiously enough what seems to be almost like a silvered sickle on the front. I welcome you all. I assume you are the ones who sent a message ahead. I am Grandcaster Malin. It is a pleasure to welcome you to Voronthos, those who are, well, leaving the Rasserim supply, I assume. As he gives a somewhat assuming look towards you, Elaine.
Pleasure to meet you. Elaine Yoring, of course. Previous Port of the Restoriums, as you know.
Hello, I'm Rylax. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Kvan. Grass.
Brannigan.
Pleasure to greet you all. If you would not mind the brief questions, especially at this tense time of war that we are currently in, I do need to make sure that if I'm bringing you within the city, that you do still hold honorable intentions. So with that, you do see one of the elvish paladins step forward and does kind of give those who are there a quizzical look at the, well, collective here, almost questioning of why the Grandcaster is really even bothering with you, but will cast out his zone of truth as you feel it wash over you for a brief moment. Is there anyone who would resist?
No.
I would want to.
I think I'd succeed very well, even if I tried.
I don't know. We're all pretty close to paladins.
It's true. Paladin v Paladin fight. Let's go. But with that, the elvish paladin before you. Do you harbor any ill intentions against Warren Thos and the king and queen there within?
Oh.
No.
Are you trying to sneak weapons into the city?
Nope.
No.
No.
I'm not.
I didn't know, but I pull out my deck and I throw it behind me.
I like that because you even say I didn't know.
Sorry.
Oopsie.
Kind of.
Technically, I am a living weapon. Should I recuse
Arm
myself?
yourself.
Remove your all arms.
I
and you
would chop my arms off at the shoulders and my legs off at the knees.
Your arms and legs will be regenerated once you leave the city.
You can still headbutt, though.
No,
Your
there's
head will
no
be removed.
force in a headbutt if you've got no limbs.
You're a
past
monk,
the
I
knee.
believe in
Yeah.
you.
Nick power, baby.
I don't know, man.
Shotgun.
Purity of body only goes so far.
I think they cast Soul Cage on you.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you bringing any illicit magical items into the city?
Could you define illicit?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Like,
Ones that
Or what
might
do you
skew
know?
one's perception, like the suggestion spells or warp perceptions.
Nope.
No.
let me check what I have real quick. No.
Negative. Is the Horus not coming? Is she not here?
I believe the plan was only me and Rylax were going, but now
Yeah.
nobody cares anymore.
I don't know why everyone is there.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm just there because I'm also bodyguard for my buddy Elaine.
But the thing is, I can go pretty safely because I can easily teleport out without any spell components.
Yeah,
It's
bring
true.
us with you.
Yeah, they very specifically requested like not bringing weapons and stuff, and I was like, I'm not going, man. I'm not. giving up the sword to go into this shitty elf town.
The shelf town, if you will.
I changed my mind and would like to go, and not just not have weapons.
Also, the continuing yeses in the chat are a joke now, but the first one was legitimate. I do not like the people in charge here and would not have passed that question.
All right. And then
Dragon's doing.
the
What good?
the final question of, are you all who you say you are? And there's no deceit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Actually, didn't answer that question at first. I am Cropsteel.
yeah, fine, Grandcaster. Yeah. Please, follow after me. I would like to show you the absolute majesty of Wanda's, the people within. Obviously, we'll bring you to one of the audience halls that you'll be able to stay at, and respectively be able to meet with the King and Queen and request if matters need be. But he will happily lead you to what looks like one of the two gates. Much of the water that seems to be flowing around Warrenthea seems to be magically enchanted. As you do take notice of this, you realize that there's the various towers that seem to continue the churning tides and rapids, and even one of the buildings that look like an old elvish ruin has been washed under, is even continuously battered by these magical tides. Which at this point you do see as the Grandcaster walks forward. We'll have what looks like old mosaic tiles and pedestals rise up from the riverbed bottom and slowly make a path going into the city.
Guys, he's flexing. He's flexing on us.
That's it. Kill him.
With that, he does escort you past the various fountains. You do take note that with the various fixtures here that you can see, not only are they finely crafted, various marble inlays and fine jade and other precious stones, the water within the fountain themselves seems to be, well, either enchanted or contain some type of water elemental to help guard against the gates being invaded. Obviously, continuing over the bridge, pushing further into the city, you do see a few what looks like to be magically inclined elves that are walking their routes around the fountains themselves. Some that seem to be maintaining wards for these elementals to continue guarding the city itself. And then you also see what seems to be a few warforged, purposely carrying heavier equipment or pieces that they would need to replace various tiles that have worn down or re-enchant. Basically, work mules. It's easy to note that each one does have control run. As he continues to escort you further into the city, closer towards the main palaces, you do see the various markets filled to the brim with different crafts, fine art, even the unique smells of various spices that are wafting through the air, very strange sense, not the usual that you would have interacted with Creekmont or Zonwell. Things that would require hotter temperature and even more exotic fruits. They don't seem to be too worried in the shuffle, as they would be waiting if you wish to purchase something from the market. But they will.
I don't want to help their economy.
Come on, don't you want to help the Elvish economy?
A single coin you use to buy like some exotic apple is the one coin they needed to finish their takeover of the world.
One singular coin.
We're all warforged with that last coin.
So, as you do arrive here, you do see this magnificent audience hall with various rooms, though the smaller building on the left side of the structure seems to be where the guests are welcome to stay. The larger structure on the right seems to be, well, though insulting a little bit, a barracks of sorts, where many of the soldiers are stationed, and you also see other Elvish paladins coming in and out with regiments. As you are looking around, there are a few other things that do catch your eye. What looks almost like Griffin Riders, but more camouflaged to the forests and jungles around. Almost a beautifully green-feathered griffin with its rider, as they are making ready to continue patrolling the skies and making sure Warnthos is clear of threats. As you are led into this main building, Grandcaster Malin will briefly interpose. Welcome to the audience hall. I don't expect any trouble, though the only other guest here that I would word caution for interacting with, as we have been able to speak with them on certain matters more peacefully on recommendation with the other that we have been working thoroughly with, is a gold dragon. I would ask you not to slight him or get in his bad graces. Sure. Now, Doors! Doors stuck! Doors, windows.
God, I'm so bad.
Doors!
If you do require anything, there is a servant here within the hall who will be able to retrieve anything you desire. I'll be able to send word for a request of such, and it goes by the name of Respin.
Thank you. We will await your notice.
I will return at once. I will inquire ahead of time if it's a matter that you would wish to speak with the King and Queen personally.
I don't think that's necessary.
No. I will be as swift as I can possibly be. With that, you will go to take his leave. The two paladins will take post within the hall, as you are welcome to make yourselves at home in the temporary residence here. as you do look at this grand hall, you do take note that the pillars themselves, though what looks like to be beautiful marbled stone, you realize very quickly is possibly carved from old petrified wood that's been slowly worked with elvish magic. As the pillars climb to the ceiling and fully spread out, the roof is completely comprised of what seems to be old petrified trees, purposely placed where they have grown, and then forever embodied with stone and magic.
Someone direct us where we can wait.
Which direction is the waiting room? There's a
Basically,
lot of room.
basically further in, these are the conference tables, but also any of these other doors are at your disposal.
Ooh, I see some prime benches.
The doors are at our disposal. Quick, slam them
know.
repeatedly.
Yes.
Da-dun-dun, da-da-dun-dun, da-da-dun.
I'll just sit down.
Alright.
This part usually takes a while. Try not to break anything.
Just...
While rapidly slamming doors.
The doors, they close so smooth.
Stands on the table, screams. I arm wrestle Crom on one of the tables and it shatters the table.
God. So, as you do take a seat, from one of the doors to the north of you, it will open. And stepping out looking, fairly different from his other predecessor, eyes completely awashed black with no white. Much more regally dressed in servant's garments and well kept, posture. Welcome. Is there anything that the Lord and Leadership would require while being patient with our grace?
With some tea.
Of course, any preferences?
Whatever's popular here in Orthos.
And you, Lordship? As he addresses you, Brannigan.
Is he asking me what I want?
Yes.
I'm fine for now.
Ask for crumpets. 2 crumpets.
Wait, no. 3
3 crop steals out of 20.
2.5. Final offer. You have to be kind, so we only make 5 crumpets a year.
6 crumpets.
You will go to collect some drinks and some, make a charcuterie board in a way. After he will purposely bring it out in full presentation for you. Well, as far as you can tell, it's not a mage hand, but some invisible force levitates the various items around the table, so you can have full access to everything between the drinks as well as the softer cheeses, figs, and even some of the caviars, as well as the nice light crackers to match.
I drink the tea because I only asked for tea.
Anything your servants would require. As he looks towards Cromwell.
I shake my head.
know, Crom, I think I just realized why he didn't offer me any.
You are sitting with a servant.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Did you want anything?
No, I'm fine.
Just look up like they're not my servants. You can ask them yourself.
With that, he will immediately hustle over. Anything for you, my lady?
You know what? Sure, I'll take some wine.
Some of the finest coming right out.
My 10,000 gold bottle.
Well, it's only 1,000 by technicality. But...
Plus tax.
Now you're in my debt.
What do you mean, Dad? I can pay for that.
He could. That's the terrifying part. But Respin will very quickly get you a very fine bottle of wine. It's nice and dry with plenty of fruity notes to match. But also gives you a nice spread as well. Nice cheeses and figs with some caviar as well.
Yeah. What element am I today?
Yeah, what element are you? It's been 2 days.
Fire.
Always fire.
I am fire quite often.
It's because your image has fire on it, you know? It's trying to match your image.
Exactly.
So
I swear 4 and also 1 were 5.
No. I have them written down.
All of them are fire.
Yeah, 1 is fire, 2 is fire, 3 is fire, and
All
4 is
fire.
fire.
1 to 3 is fire, and 4 is you can pick any way you want, but you usually pick fire.
With that, you do take note, as Respin goes to close the kitchen door, that there seems to be a fairly sizable roast that has been placed down. Full-size pig with, as well as a few game birds. As the smell does waft through these large, beautiful chambers, you hear, it sounds like heavy thuds on the marble stone for a brief moment, and the jingling of what sounds like coins clattering to the marble floor. Across the way, for where you've seen the other various guards for the much more regal and locked doors, I'm assuming they're possibly larger chambers. A much more elegant and gold-wreathed elf walks out.
Gee, I wonder if that's the gold trend.
Oh my god, he's
It's
level
him!
38.
It's this asshole.
It's him! That was Bayless's servant!
Yeah, we saved him. Not us, but you know.
Oh yeah, that was him. I completely forgot about him. Even though I was
Yeah.
the one that saved him.
Fucking bug boy.
No, he wasn't the bug.
Sure.
That was Bayless's servant. This guy.
Oh, yeah.
The bug was an archangel who pieced out.
So, as he comes striding forward, you do
Recognize my bloodline.
you do feel almost like a heavy drift of air, and even the footfalls seeming a little heavier compared to the size of this person, as he does take note that there is new company within the audience hall. With a very wide smile, he does stride over to the table where you are at, Elaine Brannigan. Oh. Greetings. Apologies if it seems impertinent, but mind if I join you at your table before your meeting?
Go ahead.
happily takes a seat. I am Aravis. I've been discussing matters with the elves for some time. Well, I have not seen many of your kind. Is that rude to say? As he gestures towards you, laying a breath in your infused lines.
I'm confused by this, and I'll just be like, "You haven't seen many drow?"
Oh, forgive me. I've seen drow, but not an infused one that's alive anymore.
It makes sense that you haven't seen many infused if you're staying in Warren's house.
Yes. Did not wish to pass up the opportunity. With that, you do see Crespin comes out with a full serving platter, as well as looks a bit surprised that Arvis is having a seat with the guests, but for those who want to roll an insight, you can, as you do see a brief moment of what looks almost like conjectured shock, though he keeps a fairly solid looking face.
22.
Oh my god, I rolled all right.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, everyone's on fire.
Amazing.
Oh my god, did I pray?
I
Are
came
you
here with
looking in that
that
direction?
and
Yeah,
Seems easy. Just roll 19s and 20s.
he definitely looks fairly shocked that a gold dragon would be sitting with a air quote filthy infused kind of, like that's not proper, but okay.
Do we know this guy's gold dragon?
What's that?
from looking at him, I think anybody would assume it's the human form of a gold dragon.
Yeah, the
Some of that just look like that, right?
Actually, Crumpsy, give me a history check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I might have heard of this dude.
I'll say on a... Oh, no, unfortunately, I was about to say 15 and up.
He wasn't too integral to the plot.
No, he... But it would be funny if you recognized him.
Wait, that's the guy from the footnote.
Oh shit.
The third addendum at the back of the book.
But
that's the guy who followed our airship for like 3 weeks for some reason.
yeah.
Oh, it was him.
Yep.
That guy is gonna see the L breath and be like, "Hey, wait a minute."
That's
He
impossible.
was the one who was always walking around in Nutchester like, oh boy, I hope Bayless doesn't kill anyone.
It'd be a shame.
With that, Respin will come over with the serving trays and does, look to Arvis for a brief moment and just kind of nods and gestures to the table for a brief moment, just kind of dismissively. And so Respin will put out a full feast between the three of you, as well as Arvis looks over at Crom and Ralex like, friends of yours?
Yes. Don't ask me why they sat over there.
To be honest, I just kind of sat over here because Crom was sitting over in the corner. But yeah.
To be unassuming and out of the way, I'm not, the main part of this.
Hard to get used to when you act like this.
Please come sit over here.
Yeah, alright.
Get on his lap.
Alright, so we're to be a stranger.
Come on.
Very well.
Things at the end of the
It is a absolute joy to have such a unique and diverse conversation group. Dare I ask, how were you able to requisition such a matter and get into the, well, never mind the front gate of the city, full welcoming and accordions?
That's mostly on account of Elaine. I don't think I'd have been able to arrange this.
Drinks and such, I believe.
People you know. Also, it's, there's a good chance they just wanted us here to kill us.
They don't want to kill us. They would have done it by now.
Yeah, we're kind of a big deal of them, maybe for the wrong reasons.
That is a bit sorrowful, but if they were going to kill you, they certainly wouldn't bring you to this chamber. I think they would probably take you closer to one of the towers towards the edge of the city.
Keep that in mind.
You've seen it happen more than once, then?
A few. But they were very disrespectful guests. And of course, with the good graces of the king and queen, I would not disrespect them. I hold quite an immeasurable sway. Been protecting these lands for many years. Has not gone into question never once.
King and queen?
Oh, yes. Have you, well, since you do not know them personally, I would imagine that you had met with another one of the council that helped maintain order within the city.
You could say that, yeah.
Might I ask of your business, or is that a bit too much?
Well, I'm not really the best at explaining it, but
I
you
will
need
go
to use
away.
something. Yeah.
Are you going to share your business with us?
Oh, gladly. I had brokered barterings and deals with one of the other fellow dragons. Obviously giving fair share information and being able to provide a great deal of peace between the two. Even a high benefit of a benefactoring army, though unfortunately it seems in one of those happenstances has lost a great deal of that army, though not all of it. Though I would imagine you might have seen it, depending on what direction you have arrived from. I doubt you're from Bymore, unless you're one of the denizens over there on the, well, problem state, as previously stated by the Lord and Ladyship. Did you...
Just visiting.
Far north, I guess?
Strange you would doubt we're from Bymore when it's one of the only places where our kind are allowed to be. And I gesture towards like Brannigan and Cromston.
I am familiar with the survivors that have claimed ghost towns and rebuilt them. Helped guide a few of them towards my other friend and benefactor.
Same one that lost all of their armies.
Well, you'd be pleased to know that quite a few of them survived the incident.
I see.
That was not to be rude. We are here on, guess you could call it military affairs. Searching for something only found in Waranthos.
Well, that's quite a long list. Food, allies, supplies. Much more.
Knowledge.
Oh. Well, definitely the large record keepers here. What kind of knowledge would be lost to, well, ones such as yourselves then? As he kind of gives a little bit of a side eye towards Crom.
Basically said, what kind of knowledge?
Well, it's mostly about the moons.
They are strange here, aren't they?
There's too many for starters.
Yes.
There's a whole lot of them, and they have knowledge on the moons that we don't, essentially.
May not know really anything about the moons myself, but I could definitely say that my previous master, who taught me a lot of them, was not lying about the beauty of them all. Is there any that you serve? Or is this a scholarly quest?
I'd probably call it scholarly, and that we're not really doing this on the behalf of anybody else.
Noble pursuit. So, what is it like having such abilities? Gestures towards you, Elaine and Brannigan.
Just cock my head a little. Difficult.
I could imagine. And people chasing you down, trying to gut you.
It's not a fun time.
Well, if you are looking for a higher position, even a place to continue scholarly studies, my friend does have quite a few new positions open.
Your friend?
Well, yes. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Shavon Cool.
No, I'm pretty sure we're a little bit familiar, yes.
Oh. And then you've found that he was helping study the capabilities of Infused. Allow them to reach potentials even greater than they expected.
Yes, we met a mage of his. Had some very interesting infusions.
Well, then you can see from happenstance the chance of meeting one. Not blustering falsehoods.
Sorry, is he asking if I'm lying? I sort of zoned out for a second.
No, he's saying that he's not lying. That it's a good idea to join him.
I sort of just chuckled to myself, knowing that for a little bit I was technically his court mage.
Sadly,
Yeah.
Once we're done here, we're probably going to be way too busy to meet with Shower and Claw.
It's unfortunate. I'm sure he would have been fascinated to meet all of you.
I'm sure he would.
Please don't be bashful. I'm sure you're starving for wherever you came from. Definitely not having as much as lavish enjoyment as you could here. Live it up.
I just look at him like, bro, really? Like, do you see what I'm wearing?
It's made out of gold.
Made out of gold.
Yeah, I may not have as much gold as him, but I've got gold in my fucking veins that he can see.
That is true. You will continue to bluster and try to pull your ear a little bit and convince you guys to join Travancore. Obviously, that ties in well with itself.
Obviously, no.
After a good portent of time. Feels like probably a few hours at this rate.
Oh my god.
As you guys are stuck waiting and kind of stuck at the table with a gold dragon who seems to be gnawing at your ears. What are the rest of you doing back on the ship for the current time? As you do see quite a bit of the, though not really lowborn, but other elves are occasionally checking out the ship and seeing effectively what you're doing here. Yours, Kivon.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of an answer.
Yeah. I don't really have. These people didn't really accept me when I was in this area. Previously.
This is true.
Lie. I might be hanging out with our dragon lady on the ship, honestly.
Stand up.
Yes.
You do see, well, especially being around her. She'll actually inquire a little about you, Kavan.
Oh dear. I do.
Quite a bit of curiosity on why the Obsidian Queen was trying to spy on you, and Why they seem so upset with you?
I'm from that part of the world, I guess I could say. I was raised as a follower of the Obsidian in the Painted Warriors Temple. I was to be an elite guard there. But I could not stomach the amount of death, constant sacrifices, blood. A friend and I tried to escape. I made it out. They didn't. I've always felt her eyes on my back ever since I left. The queen knew the moment I was gone. She's waited for me to come back.
Sorry, you lost her.
Sorry, confusing. Lost him. The eyes are the queen's. He's kept a special interest in me. I kind of grimace. It's not great to know that it's still this strong. I don't like being important to a being like her.
I can relate on that.
I was going to say, I suppose you have something similar. Daughter to powerful being such as that.
Yeah, well, I still don't know exactly how that happened between my mother and father, but father's always demonstrated best intentions, but mom has always said it was bad. He's never really fully took heart with that and kind of wanted to witness that firsthand if she could herself. Oh, I can relate on kind of wishing old lives were dying away. Not the people, but you know. Bad shit creeping up.
Yeah. It seems like there's always something. I don't know how they all keep up. I'm exhausted. It's just one mess after another. And now my past is coming back and adding shit on top of the pile.
I get that. That's why I kind of went out on a venture of my own, not really expecting to find any evidence of my father here, really. I didn't even realize my sister was here initially. All pretty strange. But then again, yeah, what you've been able to do combat-wise, I guess I can understand the coveting that they do of you.
He goes, his eyebrows go up, a little bit of a blood. Oh. I mean, I don't know. If I've used the word covet, I'm just, it's a bit of a hot or buzzword. I'm not sure.
I mean, you're clear.
John,
Special.
a little hot under the collar.
Yeah. She looks a bit confused for a moment, but yeah, she let's see.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Right. Apologies if I made it.
No, I'm being silly.
No, I mean, you're very capable. So it's very obvious. Watching as you fought your way through where you landed down and chasing a dragon.
That was, yes.
Very intense.
I have a bit of that is the exact kind of dragon I was trained to worship and give reverence to. It's one of the reasons I reacted so strong.
I see.
I do feel I went a bit overboard. Trying to demand and be a beast of burden was a bit much.
Revenge takes funny matters.
Oh,
Also,
it does.
also the greatest way to humiliate one of them. Other probably would have just turned him into a sword or like a bidet or something.
You know, I should try that. What part of the world invented bidets?
Spicy bitey bidet. Let's see. Honestly, I feel like humans for sure. They were invented along with the Warforged.
Some Warforged come with bidet attachments.
The power of convenience at your fingertips.
In trying to invent bidets, the Warforged were accidentally created.
Somebody puts their soul inside of their bidet so it works better.
It's the machine spirit.
Oh, the machine is immortal.
The flesh is weak.
I haven't had a chance to really show off, but I don't think. I guess full form wouldn't really appease you, but other magics, I can demonstrate those things I've been reciting and practicing as well. Much like the berries and other pieces that I've put up during the initial fight when the ship crashed.
I'd be interested to watch, if nothing else. Promise I'll learn much.
I'm sure I'll make it a lot more interesting than my mother when it was just here's 101 books, start reading.
Then I'll follow you. Give her a smile.
Alright. So, God, the conversation.
Is the conversation actually being had around the table?
God no.
Oh god.
No.
Poor guy's like,
No, he brought it up for sure.
Oh yeah. I experienced days for the first time in existence. Oh, it's glorious.
what god do you think of the day with Wash?
The deity of Whoosh.
The big deity.
I couldn't. I'm sorry, I could not resist.
It's a god.
No! But as these conversations press forward, Norris and Kavan having nice chats and also now magical demonstrations in theory with Steno. I would imagine Leoris is probably hanging out with the crew, Kushner, or having a time to meditate.
I am very much enjoying what I've done to the ship.
Oh god. Just surrounded by.
leg.
What the fuck was that?
Sorry, I had to take someone out back, you know. Bad legs
That
like
is
that.
breaking
I'll
through
never
the-
recover.
Was that my mom calling for me?
Maybe? It did kind of sound like
Holding
that.
my leg.
It sounded like my name.
Yeah, I heard more of a "Hey Luke,"
Yeah. So,
Just had my leg.
but I've got no clue.
I'm legally blind.
alright.
I figure at this point I might be annoying some of the crew with my incessant praying, you know, in the form of singing.
No, they're actually pretty into it. Raxiel is gonna attempt to hum along.
Oh,
It's not too bad. He got an 18 on that. He seems to get it pretty close, if not exact, but a nice hum along with your singing.
yeah, I mean that's not bad.
But with that, back at the audience hall, Arvis is, well, still peeling at your ears for a moment, but then you do hear the main entrance open and close for a brief time. You realize that the Grand Caster has returned. I'll drop everyone in here just for sight's sake for a brief time.
We leave the amulets on speakerphone so you guys can hear the conversation.
Exactly.
Not a bug.
Got a wire.
Big beetle on my chest. Cloaker.
So, with that, Arvis will see him enter in. Grandcaster Melon will give a deep bow to Arvis. Well, please give it a good consideration. I will very happily put in a good word for all of you. I will let you tend to your business. You will stand up and give a polite bow. Start to return to his room. Which at that point you do hear the heavier footfalls start up again with a slightly loud clack of what sounds like claw on marble. Apologies for the delay. Now, is there a matter you wish to discuss? Well, quite obviously there is, but what is it that you wish to do here?
We request your assistance, as was discussed earlier through the message, in defeating Bloodbane. We require access to a certain room that is somewhere in the city.
Celestial calendar.
A celestial calendar. I don't think we mentioned this before, did we?
I don't recall you telling him that.
Yeah, I don't recall it
Oh.
either.
I recall orrery.
Yeah, orrery might have been the thing you said, yeah.
I don't know if I told him that. I don't think I actually told him what I was looking for. I just told him I was gonna.
Oh, then he
Either
will...
way, that's what I'll say. That's what I'm looking for. I'll tell him.
It has been 3 days for your protection lures.
I'm looking for some sort of ancient orrery device that can sort of shows you the moons and the stars. Might be in some sort of demi-plane.
We do have such abilities, but they are not without proper magical tempering. Why would you require such a powerful magical artifact to aid you in such matter?
Well, as I said in the message, Bloodbane and his generals are no longer in Bymore. They are, in fact, on one of the moons.
You can see he furrows his brow at that statement a little bit.
Sounds pretty unbelievable, but, so is ascending to godhood. If we can examine this calendar, we may be able to find a way to get to him early.
Yeah, if the next solstice thing happens before we get to him, it'll be very bad.
Go ahead and roll me a quick persuasion with advantage, Elaine.
Aye, aye.
Roll plus 2 1s.
30.
Hell yeah. I do see that there is honest earnest with what you speak of. Even though it is curious that you would bring a Warforged here. Assume he's under your control with the benefit of the doubt.
Is he saying? Is he sort of insinuating that he knows he's not under our control? And he's letting it slide.
Do sound like that.
Pretty much. Go
I'll
ahead,
just
roll,
sort of-
go ahead and roll me insight if you want to kind of try and get a bit of a read on that as well.
Insight, baby.
But yeah, front load on that, just letting it slide for the time. Do you have advantage on that, Elaine?
No.
Alright, so yeah.
Sorry, I just forgot to tick it off.
No, that's fair. I had to double check. It is difficult to keep such magic in check. But I will have to put a request forward that you would be allowed into the chamber to conduct your studies. I don't suppose you would only need one of you there.
I mean, I think it's fine if only one of us goes. We don't need all of us in there.
So I certainly do not need to be there.
To be fair, I don't know if any of us in this room would be able to find what we're looking for. We have another ally that is an expert in such things. But is not very comfortable being in this city. Would you be able to guarantee his safety?
Kinda slowly squints at you.
We are all just trying to defeat Bloodbane.
Depends on what kind of person this is, if they are afraid to enter our city. Are they from Bymore?
Originally, I'm not entirely sure. But look, I'm not going to hide it from you. It's a man by the name of Host.
He looks so
Warforged.
He's dying.
We've lost him, boys.
He's just a heart attack.
Expect a Warforged to be able to find anything.
A Warforged that has been studying this sort of thing for longer than even you or I have been alive. You could accompany us to make sure he doesn't mess with anything.
That would be a stretch in order.
I'll be fully honest with you, he's not entirely our ally. We just didn't want him working for Bloodbane.
He worked for Bloodbane.
Wait, why did you say that?
Giving Elaine the most squint look.
Big up, stupid.
Are you sure he's not just manipulating your mind and trying to get towards this Ori and destroy it?
I'll have you know my mind is not so easily manipulated. I'm sure you can understand that after our discussion about the restaurants.
You see he's like squinting at you even harder in a glowering way. You could roll an insight if you want on this.
It's pretty obvious how he feels.
Yeah. Brandon runs out the room. You can tell he is actually actively trying to check if you are already under some form of mind control.
Like I said when we entered the city, cast what you want upon me. not resist.
Well, you may not have been lying, but you also might have not even realized what you were under the influence of, madam. And you, as he points down the table you cross to.
Me?
Who do you serve? I have seen some symbols of that before. Never turned out good.
Oof.
Serve the Iron Father of the Iron Kingdom.
Another Warforged faction.
The good one.
One in direct opposition to your enemy. One that is helping your city.
Gonna have to roll me another persuasion line. Oh!
Oh!
Fucking 30s and above. God damn.
You could speak for him.
I will submit to truth again. I have nothing to hide.
I may have to, just to be cautious.
Wait, did you build the orrery yourself, or was it just like under the ground here?
I help maintain it. It is a sensitive, magical tool. Misusing it could cause it to collapse.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, imagine that.
You're saying it's natural?
Something that you can build up over the years, but takes skill to maintain.
Ah, that explains that.
Don't need
If our Warforged shows any sign of destroying your calendar, then we can stop.
I have to bring this to the king and queen in question.
I'm deciding how evil I want to be right now.
I wish to be evil.
How much do you want to fuck with the Grandcaster?
No, how much do I want to fuck with Host?
Oh!
I could. We don't need Host once he does this. If I offer them Host. And so I'm deciding how evil I want to be.
That's pretty evil, my guy.
I feel like Host is a bad person. He just seems to like go along with whoever's gonna protect him and give him the ability to do work. It's like the mercenary scholar. It's like, you'll protect me while I do research? I am your friend.
I can research? I'm with you.
Your thoughts are your own.
The amount of shit that he's done, he deserves.
He doesn't know any better.
Whee!
I don't really feel like he deserves it, but yeah, whatever. What are you doing? Crashing the orrery with no survivor.
I feel like he's gonna ask the king and queen about it, and they're gonna say, "Fuck no."
And think about it from the king and queen's perspective. A bunch of basically strangers have showed up and like, we need to use your magical room to stop Bloodbane. We want a Warforged to do it as well. That sounds like the setup to being absolutely bamboozled.
Before you condemn most, should we maybe try to use it ourselves?
Yeah, why don't you just have one of us use it?
We're pretty smart. Some of us. One of us.
Right, like says a chance, but I feel like we don't even know what we're looking for.
No. We're stupid.
Alright, before we decide if we want to bring in host, as you clearly do not wish for that to happen, could we perhaps look at it ourselves?
Like, I can probably do it.
I don't know, man. You've never rolled above a 10 on your incredible Arcana check.
The Modar effect.
And you have like a +8.
Don't say that.
How apt are you in magical tools, madam?
I'm pretty good at them.
The good or excellent?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't really get to use them very often. Are you talking about, like, you know, the staves, or, like, just, you know, magical...
An entire room.
Tools? Well, I have seen one of the orreries before. So better than most people.
Who was it that fiddled with it last time?
Leoris.
Yeah, there was like a
What is the
hand.
regard?
It was like a weird hand control thing.
Welcome back.
To be fair, I don't actually remember who was messing with the console. I remember Leoris did all the jumps to go get to the end.
I think either way, you know how to destroy one, so you know how to not destroy.
Oh yeah, there you go.
You did last time. It will be good.
Yeah, we had some experience with one of them before. That one wasn't in very good repair. And to be honest, nobody really told us what it was beforehand. So we didn't really get very much out of it. We just thought it was some strange planetarium the Bloodbane cultists had.
I assume you would want to go as soon as possible.
Well, the sooner the better. We don't know when the actual solstice date is, so we know about it, it makes it a bit better.
Yeah.
I'll also submit to another one of those circles if you want me to. Just to prove I'm not on the influence or whoever else.
We will submit to all the things.
Then I would request that the rest of your friends stay here while I take you towards the Hori. I'll educate you on what not to do so there's not an entire collapse.
Yeah, alright.
So your friends will be staying inside the audience hall, or be escorted by a guard at all times.
I mean, I assume that magical item was like somehow sustaining the room. That's probably why it was at the end. This is why I assume it started the collapse, but that's just me. Now, as an out-of-character statement, I just want to make sure that we know what exactly we were doing here. We're doing this to figure out when the next solstice is, right?
No, we know that's in like 6 months. We were trying to find a back door to get into Xerxes, like the Red Moon. Because host said that is probably possible. He just needs to be able to find it using an orrery.
Oh yeah, that explains it. Yeah, okay, yeah, then I am pretty useless at doing this, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that does explain it. I thought the entire time we were just, you know, when there's a 2-week gap in between the games, my memory gets a bit spotty.
Yes.
Bro, same.
Okay, how about if we explain a bit more about what we want and why we're doing this, alright? Make this a bit easier. We need to get to the Red Moon, which is at the back of the list of moons. Have you ever seen it?
I have before they started fading out for times.
Red Moon is where Bloodbane is. At the date of the next solstice, he's going to crash the moon into the surface. At least that's what we have cleaned from our research.
Which is as bad as it sounds.
He would turn the entirety of this continent into his own domain. And also kill most people.
And paste, yeah.
You can tell that Grandcaster Melon's trying to wrap his head around the level of this, but also make it his domain. Seem to have lost him for a moment.
Well, we've talked to a lot of the ancient gods, and basically, so when all of the moons are shining in the sky, you're actually, that god's domain is holding sway over the land, so to speak. So essentially, if the red moon was crashed into the surface and was just sitting there, the entire place would be his domain forever.
So you've been speaking with the old gods.
Yes.
Do they know why the Pained Warriors flee? They attacked one of our townships in the
Yes,
south.
I suspect they would, yes. I'm trying to avoid saying that.
We're getting off topic.
It's probably nothing, don't worry about it.
I think they're just hungry. Or even
It's only
hangry.
opened by a lot of people.
Oh,
Before,
you were like a Fallout kid.
before Junius and the other Bloodbane followers were going around and slaughtering the gods to steal their mantles. They're quite defenseless when they're sleeping, I've been told.
So there's been more that's been executed.
So far, only 2 that we know of.
Which ones are awake?
Let's see,
I think all of them, right?
yeah, I think all of them.
How's that possible? They're not supposed to be. Oh wait. Which gods have you spoken to?
Sweats.
If you wish, we could put you into contact with one of these gods. If you allow us to use your soil with host.
That is a good point, yeah.
Depends. There's one in particular I know Lord and Ladyship would relish the chance of speaking to.
We know a lot of them, go ahead.
Like his tone.
I also do not like his tone.
Yeah.
You stay away from my big mommy wifey GA.
I don't like your tone.
Big thorny mommy.
Stop.
Stop!
I've noticed this. This city has a bit of a connection with the Shadowfade. There's a portal here, you know. I'm sure the Shadowfade King wouldn't mind talking to you.
That would be of my own interest, but the Ravasalo royal family has not been speaking terms with the Worm Lord after he's gone silent for many a year, many generations.
Well, you're in luck. We talk to the Worm Lord pretty regularly.
Do we have an arrangement?
We can even get you right to where he is. It's not even an issue.
Very well then.
Although, in exchange for this, I would like Host to help me. Only he can really find out what we need. While I might be able to fiddle with the device successfully, we need to find a back door to the moon. And I don't think any messing around with the orrery for the next 3 days is going to get there.
Kind of grits his teeth at that. Go ahead, roll me one last persuasion there.
Oh no, Elaine, save me.
Hey man, I offered the deal.
Yeah.
If I can roll, that's up to Josh.
I would say you can, because both of you are tag team. It the only reason why it's flat normal is because there's Warforged involved.
Alright.
He's just racist.
Oh my god, that was almost. Actually, no, it wasn't.
Only a 14.
Still good.
Wow, garbage. The DC was 30.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the DC is 30. Hey, can your hated enemy use a valuable magical room?
Can you not be a bigot for 5 minutes?
Challenge impossible.
Impossible, John. Fine. Bring your researcher. But if something happens to him, your ship will be confiscated.
Alright, well, I will make sure Host is on his best behavior. If not, you can punish him. And I suppose the ship, I guess. I have full faith he'll be fine.
As for speaking with the Lordship, which one should I bring before the Lord and Ladyship who can bring his attention to them again?
Are you saying which one of us will take them there, or are you asking which one of them does he want to talk to? Your use of pronouns is confusing.
Which one does the Worm Lord speak to?
The Worm Lord will speak to any of us. We're kind of all on good terms with him.
Then I will bring you.
Usually meet him in person.
Then I will leave that to their decision. Let's go retrieve your friend. I will bring the Lord and Ladyship to the audience hall.
I will go return to the ship and go get Host.
Alright. So
Host, you need to be on your best behavior. It's just very hard to convince them to do, okay?
I'm always on my best behavior.
Yes, I know, but if you make the orrery explode, they're going to try to confiscate the ship, okay? So don't do that.
Right. Pressure.
Well, he said he'd teach us how it works, so it shouldn't be that hard.
So, as these conversations were going on, Leonis and Kavan.
Yo.
Mysteries on his third pole. Skull, skull, skull.
The chlorine is bleaching his skin, but still he continues. The power.
Yeah.
I'm melting! Oh, fuck!
He's
You
used
get
his
to
relentless
one-
endurance in 2 of my 3 death wards, but he's still going.
You like gets a one-time use chlorine breath weapon.
Chlorine breath.
It's just like ancient green dragon breath.
Ancient chlorine dragon.
Ancient Clorox dragon. Just cleans things.
Really
But
good.
do
at
poison or
cold
acid
blooded.
damage.
The
Ancient ShamWow dragon.
There we are. A brief moment. As you are chilling on the Elbreth, Steno performing her magical studies. Host is being kidnapped over to the city. But as they do leave the ship, and Kavan and Liars are the ones left behind. You do hear what sounds like the flapping of wings.
Look around.
Look around.
I have a 22
See where it's
passive
coming from?
perception.
Yeah, we're the Giga passive perception game.
We're both very good at looking. You look.
As you do look around.
Nikivan and Nistri. Nistri's got like 21 or something, doesn't he?
Landing down on the very sizable deck.
He's so small.
It's
Oh,
him.
baby.
Hey boy.
Oh,
Good old shower.
you again.
Check.
Good old Chevron Cole.
Good old bitch ass.
Yeah.
Does he appear to be affected in any way by the ship's warding?
He did not teleport it. He flew down onto it.
That's fine.
There. That's
The
correct.
effects of it only like occur to things in it, like the at least with Hallow, which was what I was going to do if the divine intervention failed. Is that like it doesn't say anything about stopping things from teleporting in, just stopping them from teleporting out. Like once you're in the area, its effects begin.
So, you see it as you do see him look around the ship with curiosity. Seems fairly impressed, especially with the various amounts of Warforged. Come on, you realize Stano looks a touch worried after hearing that, and then goes to start heading upstairs, as you did see what looked like blue scales pass by the window for a moment. As he is looking around before she gets the full deck, he does look down at you, Leors. Fancy meeting you here.
We were just as surprised of your presence.
I couldn't help but notice that my homestead had been very swiftly found out after your visit with your friends.
It is certainly a truthful observation. Frankly, I am surprised that we even managed to get out. No surprise at being as large and mighty as you. Seems to be doing okay.
I will note, Vera, since he's closer. He looks a little different than when you first saw him. You will see that his horn looks like it had been initially cracked, but then mended over by platinum or silver metal? Almost like his horn has been teaked stylized way. Along with what seems to be, as far as you can tell, a dragon-sized one on his hip.
So, like a staff.
Pretty much. Along with that, there are...
Just in his hands, it might as well be a wand.
But, as well as what seems to be a pair of rings on his hands.
So he's like landed on the ship. Is he still doing that thing where he walks around on his hind legs?
Yes, he does.
Nice. I just picture him like the big dragons in Spyro.
No.
Is he okay there? Just...
I don't like that image.
I think I'm not there.
Yeah. Alright. Let's let... over the edge. But, with that, come on, you do see Steno quickly rushing to the upper deck.
Yep.
As she kind of freezes for a moment. You would see this full adult-sized blue dragon.
Ah! That's what that voice was. Gotcha.
Looks shocked for a brief moment, but then studying her for a moment longer. Almost mistook you for someone else. And who is us in the company of this good madam here? Seems to get slowly closer, each heavy thud and the clack of the staff following. Seems to steady you up and down for a moment, come on.
Yep. I'm looking up at this guy. Not been formally introduced. Your greatness. You may refer to me as Kivon Groth. How may I address one of such nobility?
Sharon Cool, leader of one of the greatest hobgoblin armies, as well as grand researcher of Infused. Though unfortunately, my homestead has suffered after her ladyship's visit.
Do you still have those armies, by the way?
I have lost innumerable amount of well-trained soldiers, as well as fine experiments into the infused mastery.
I was just curious because, like, you know, you used it as a title for yourself, but I wasn't sure if you still had that or not.
I do still command a significant army. Not everyone was at my plateau when it decided to magically collapse.
Well, that's good for you at least.
Yes.
It would be a shame if you lost everyone.
Would it be presumptuous to assume you are Steno, sister to Yael? Maybe? You could see that he wants to so very badly do something right now as his fist tightens around the staff for a moment. I assume you're here on graces of Warren Thos. We're supposed to be escorted by me originally. Tell me, what business have you here? I would be fascinated to know what you've been doing since your last visit.
We were seeking some information regarding Simone's.
Seeking? I hope it's not another relic.
What do you mean by that?
See, go ahead and roll me a deception, like immediate, like anger and tightening on the staff, like you hear it creak a little.
Okay. I legitimately don't know what's by that.
Oh. The thing at the very top of the plateau. I'm sure that conniving little whore took it since Mommy showed up at my doorstep. And glares hard at Steno.
Really?
Alright, so was that. No, I think this is completely different. I think, I mean. We were just looking to the lunar cycles. Unless there's like a relic on the moon. Are there relics on the moon?
Naive. Though I do bring curiosity. There's a smell in the air here.
Of?
Particular kind of ash. Looks over at you, Kavan. Have visitors from home, have you?
I'm also looking at Kavan like, the fuck is he talking about? The reference going completely over Leoris's head.
Not invited or welcome.
Truly. Not met one that has left her court alive before.
Then I suppose you've never met one like me.
Hmm. How would you like to have a regiment of your own and be paid appropriately?
I believe, respectfully, I have a current employment. I have spent much of my life serving dragons, and though I respect the majesty of the winged, I can no longer pledge my life.
It's a shame to see such exotic training wasted then.
I would not call it a waste any more than a dragon commanding hobgoblins.
See him raise the claw a little bit, but restrain himself. Almost. Go ahead and give me an insight on that one, Kava.
Sure. I gotta play to his characteristics. 18?
Yeah, you get the feeling that he definitely would have struck you, but something is certainly stopping him from carrying out that will.
Interesting. I will once again thank you for the offer.
I look forward to your ventures. What might turn up in them.
I would incline my head and say, may the wind and sun be always at your back.
With that, he will give a very cold shoulder turn towards you, Leoris. Leoris, go ahead and roll me a strength saving throw real quick as he laps a gust of wind at you.
Sure.
This is being a bitch.
Oh, I don't have the plus. I don't have the whole plus 6. It's 23.
Yeah. So, thankfully you don't go tumbling over, but you do get a winged shoulder check, a cold shoulder from Shavron Cole. As he will turn to finally leave the deck for the moment.
Yeah, I hit him with Sentinel so he can't leave.
No!
Of course, that thing I definitely have. I wait for him to like get a good distance away, because I'm sure he's like out of earshot, and I'm like, oh, you know, I gotta goss. Immediately sending your own Riley.
Oh, I will say, as he does leave, you do take note that you've seen other dragons fly, especially Kaban. It's almost like a larger version, but almost it's very strange of witnessing someone have a long stride effect while they're flying. So seems to be moving much more rapidly than he should be capable of.
Anyway, I send in your Riley. Just go. It's Leotis. We just ran into your ex. He's so pissed.
Yeah, he's definitely not over you yet. Also, made a weird comment about your daughter.
No, that's
Huh?
someone else. Give on. But
My
I'll definitely
apologies.
throw in that first part. He's definitely not over you. But knows about the artifact.
They're sisters.
Just wrong.
Just giving you a heads up.
So?
Stay safe.
And very quick response. Mother told me he was dead. Thank you for the heads up. Things are proceeding well. Stay safe. He is easily vengeful.
I'll send a follow-up to say he seems to be working in Arnthas at the moment. Not sure why, but his horn looks like it's been repaired or something. He is their bitch?
Oh,
I have an inkling this was a reserved body? Strange. Though he has experimented with strange magic before. If Kavan or Liaris would like to roll me an Arcana, you can on that. Oh.
Yes, in skills.
A policy.
No, do not apologize. I'm not good at everything or what I want to be.
Yes. Yes. Damn it. I was really hoping to roll a
Meow.
1. I
So
really wanted that 1 for the -1.
it's possible he has something that might have revived him after he died, or other forms. The curiosity of reserved body strikes you as an odd thing to say.
I mean, I have a spell that would protect you from deaths one time. He's much more powerful.
Steno looks a little shook up, but also nervous that the Blue Dragon coming to the ship, as well as kicking all of this now that Elberth becoming a much more prominent target over time. I asked for adventure, but this is... Oh my... This is getting as bad as Mother's adventure. I need to go make more preparations.
Honestly, this isn't particularly new for us. I mean, it feels like the scale of the threat is increasing over time. I'm pretty sure we've pretty much always had someone out for us. Speaking of, I haven't checked in with those bounty hunters in a while. I wonder how they're doing.
A slow cooker. And before Steno goes to go downstairs, she'll pat you on the back, come on, and give you a slight, like, shoulder hug there.
Oh,
Thanks for that. Never seen anyone actively pissed off a blue dragon.
I wasn't really thinking about it like that, if I'll be honest. I don't, well, like I said, I have a history, like, picking stuff lying down. And I know pride is a thing for them, so.
Still very brave of you.
You say that, I'll take the compliment. Thank you.
And I will say, especially her giving you this little hug there, come on, you can tell her body runs extremely hot, though you're kind of surprised that she doesn't burn you.
Goodness.
I'm sending a message to Max then.
Oh.
Just to be like, hey, it's Leonis. You remember that time we had the big fight? Just wanted to see how you guys were doing. I hope you're well.
Oh, fuck.
We never did go out to dinner with him, did we?
Yeah, it kind of stood them up.
Yeah.
Sort of got pulled into court.
That's true.
Yeah, I think they would understand.
I'm glad to hear that you're still alive. Oh, me and the missus were quite sad that we didn't get the chance to catch you. Not in the literal sense, anyway. Yeah, we're close to Creekmont at the moment. Around there for the time being.
I'll send another. Send again, just go. I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, we got pulled into a court thing, but lots of stuff happened. Where weren't us at the moment?
That stuffy place. Well, I don't blame you. At the same time, I'm sure you're doing something crazy if you're running around with infused and warforged. Hope you're not getting arrested or something.
One more. Just saving the world, you know how it is. Lots of business to do. I'd love to catch up for that meal once we're done, so.
Me and the missus will definitely be looking forward to it. You set a location, we'll try and head there on time.
Would send another one, but I'm not going to because I've used 5 spell slots on this now. But I do think about the fact that we can just teleport to wherever they are. It wouldn't be that hard. So the location probably in the future will just be wherever they are. We drop in.
Incinerate one rat man. Alright. So, with the other part of the group heading into Warnthos, host in tow, especially with the Ari, much further in within the palace itself. As you get led through these much larger and grander halls, you see beautiful artistries and carvings of what seems to be some of the old gods. Histories that have been kept here for a long time and may have been even on the earlier growths of this city. It's at this point that you even see seems to be the old Pantheon, long before they were asleep, as they are all respectively depicted, overlooking their duties in the world. Even Simon is here. They seem to give full veneration to all of the gods.
What about the shunned king's children?
As you do look for the Shun King's children, you do still see the artistry depicting the Shun King. Many of the children that he had there within, as far as you could tell from the looks of it, he himself carries a more humanoid shape. Many of his children did not. Others that look to be almost mixed. Various races that were there within the lands. Looks like possible various mixed blood with dragon, gnoll, human, orc. Some that were, some would say malformed, but well, far as you could tell, 6 major children that had ruled over the lands with their father seem to have had higher depictions. But it definitely seems like the Shun King did not shy away by keeping people at a far distance, but more or less embraced many of his worshippers more closely than people would expect, granting them much more powerful children, and then in retrospect those children have proven strong enough a piece of land to guard over in his kingdom. Tell that though this history is not fully publicized and more in the palace, the names that were originally there have been stricken away to purposely mar the history of the children. As you are led further within the palace, Relax and host would go with Grandcaster Malin. It'd be at this point where Elaine, Brannigan, and Cromsty would be escorted by other elvish paladins further into the palace. As you enter into one of the more grander rooms, you see the double doors further inset. As you are escorted down the walkway, you see depictions of light. The two daughters and the Worn One. And see the various moons that are dancing behind the Twilight Tower, going into sunset, but then at the pinnacle where the double doors are. what seems to be an older artistry of the Warlord. As you are brought into this old throne room, you see open plateaus. Look like they have gardens, but each one with tree. Some larger, maybe more famined by others, depending on what is surrounding them. One looking perfectly orderly, and no chaos to the situation at all. Some that looks like they have been mixed or skewed with the various plants there within. And you start to realize, as you are escorted down this lane with the gardens and the trees themselves, each one different colors of leaves and flowers, almost a long lineage of these trees and legacies. You very quickly start to realize there are statuettes within these small gardens depicting different elvish rulers. As you reach the end, you see the current garden as yet to be placed within these halls, still growing and tended to. The two that take their seat on the throne. Both. Their hair flowing like golden sunlight. The crown, as well as the wreathed mantle that carries behind them, clearly depicting a very long legacy, clearly related to that of the servants of the Warlord. Lord and Lady Ravasalor. They do look at your group with a cautious measure of curiosity. As the Lordship stands up. Please. I would wish to hear how you came to speak with the Warlord on his current awakened state of life. Is he strong?
Not as strong as he used to be. But he is gaining strength slowly.
It's good to hear. Though I do question the curiosity of those before me. I do sense something different, but not malignant. I would like to hear of the gods that you have spoken with. And if possible, have a meeting with the Warm Lord. Would you be able to perform this?
I personally could take you straight to his tower. I'm sure he would like a forewarning, though. Time to compose himself. That's not something I'm capable of. That hair is so long.
Sun elves, baby.
Don't get distracted. Stay on mission.
I'm sure Grandmaster Malon told you of our arrangement.
Indeed. But I wish to hear it from your mouth. It's been... well, no time at all that others than elves have walked these halls. But on such celebrated news, I sought some reason to break that occasion and bring a new interest of light to the situation.
We can bring you to the Warm Lord. It's up to him whether he wishes to speak with you or not. But from appearances of a castle, you worship him very well. I'm sure he'd be happy to see you.
Our ancestors had missed him for many years and prayed his return. Though, it does sadden me that many of the others, great and small, have fallen ill to madness or, well, their own vanities. As much as I would be eager, along with my queen, to launch fully into this trust, I hope you understand, especially at a time of war that we are at, that we would request you take another court mage of ours, very capable within the means of teleportation, so that he would see this place for himself and be able to report back before we seek audience for this warm lordship.
We specifically received permission to enter the valley by the Shadowfey King. We may need to ask if this court mage is allowed.
I will eagerly await an answer then, if you must go. It would be heartbreaking to see such matters cut short, though. Would your companionship be interested in telling us such fantastic ideas and matters at hand? to you, Brennigan. Mr. You're wreathed inside one's thorns.
What?
Your blessing.
One moment I stopped paying attention to abuse my cat, and I'm being spoken to. Fuck.
That's right. What do you say, big boy?
That's what you get, bitch.
That I have the blessing of Zymon?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, that's
in league with the
You have a
gods. They
time
know all
on,
about it.
jersey on. Zymon.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
I'm on like t-shirt cannon.
Zymon brand shoes. Just say Zymon's favorite on the side.
Simon's favorite baby boy.
Like, where do you get the impression I'm like Zymon?
Well, I am the champion.
And I welcome you warmly. Please. Allow me to show you around the palace. And regale me of how you became her champion.
That is an interesting story. Which started with me not having my own light. Not all quite there.
Rescued you from the dark.
Could say that, yes.
I very much look forward to every detail.
I will. It's like, I want the accurate truth. Go into this zone of truth and tell me the whole story.
Are you leaving anything out? No,
Yeah.
I can't say yes.
You told me the entire story.
No. Tell me every detail. Crom just rolls in. It's like, so I started off waking up at the Iron King.
I love the idea of Crom just has like a tape recorder that plays the entire like Lestrana backstory. He just presses the button and thinks and does something
Yeah.
else. Well,
You
like,
think he's talking, but pre-recorded.
Actually,
He's taking
sleep
a
while I
nap.
tell you that story.
he gets in a long rest each time he tells the story.
It's automatic.
A little cheeky on you.
He also has another version that he presses whenever somebody wants to hear more that's even longer. It's the the director's cut.
The version that's not ad-libbed.
It includes numerous recorded testimonies from the still living members.
Yeah, Peter Jackson's Return of the King.
To be fair, we could tell them the truth about pretty much everything. Because we didn't intend to destroy Chevronco's Plateau. That was just a side effect of us freeing the Shadowfey King.
Yes,
who is
entirely
the Warm Lord's brother. And the reason we were able to get to the Warm Lord.
I think it was a worthy sacrifice, especially taking it that minge bag stupid fucking home.
I mean, like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, we didn't really owe him to not destroy his plateau, so I don't really feel like we're in the wrong here. We didn't promise him not to do it. We didn't be like, okay, we promise you when we run away, we
He
won't
didn't
destroy
think
your
he
home.
swear, you're right.
Shadowfey King be like, oh no, you guys are beating me.
No.
Oh no.
No, I'm gonna stand up real slowly.
Oh no, I was surprised.
Well, you got the block out of it, so I guess we're done here.
No, I've been knocked prone.
No.
Either way, do I get the feeling they're essentially expecting me to go right now and ask the Warm Lord?
1000%.
Do I want to
Yeah, very
flex and cast a spell right in front of them? Even though they
You
know I
do. You
shouldn't
do
be
want
able
to flex.
Do you want to flex that portal magic?
Do it. Flex the portal magic while I cover the entire room in thorns.
Do it.
It's just Harvey and Cromsteel left behind talking to the king and queen. This seems alright.
Everything's just fine. Throws
Really
control
like-
shackles on them.
A bunch of wizards are
possibly
about to
go
walk
wrong.
out of the side and start trying to counterspell you.
I'd like to punch
Um,
Crom, and when I miss, I'd like to instead hit.
I don't actually have a way to teleport back here. Teleport back to the ship.
It just fucking abandoned us. Like, where did you go?
You can just teleport back to the ship and just walk back, or just ask them for something from this location. Ask them for fucking. I guess I don't really know what the hell they'd give you.
Yes, this is the lamp from my bedside table. You can teleport to my bedside table.
Hmm.
No security risks. Don't worry about it.
Lean down and get like a magical knife and chip out a bit of the brick.
Oh my fucking.
And a
What are you
block.
doing? I need to teleport back. Please stop destroying my marble floor.
No.
Alright, well, I shall go speak with the Warlord. Might take me a while to walk back here from the ship.
I'd like to make an athletics check to rip a brick out of the wall.
I'd like to
Here,
contest
now you,
to
now,
make him
now you can get back.
I'd like to
Not
teleport
to a
into the
fucking-
room to assist with the check.
Rip a fucking grown brick out of the floor, the solid marble floor.
I believe you
Yes.
guys.
please.
But like,
What the fuck?
Fuck, Richard.
I will be sure to send a griffin rider to retrieve you from your ship.
Well, actually, I don't have my bag, so I can't teleport there anyway.
Hmm.
I'd have to go to the ship.
You're really a vegetable without your equipment.
Well, no, I can cast spells. It's just I'd have to roll a D100 without my fucking item from there.
That's true.
You didn't bring rocks with you?
Who?
Not in my pocket.
Pocket rock.
You never know when you might need it.
You know, I brought most of my stuff. I just didn't bring any weapons, because, you know, I don't actually own very many weapons, really.
I didn't bring any of my stuff because I thought I was going to get imprisoned.
Reasonable.
Could still happen.
You get in prison, it's like, rocks, and they just start eating them.
I wouldn't say I'm very familiar, but I've more than seen casually.
Yeah.
I think we've
I'll
been to that place enough that we're pretty familiar with it. We spent like a couple days there.
Hey, you know what? I'll do a bit of a bow. I'll take my leave then, and I will subtly cast teleport on myself.
Can't believe you're abandoning us.
The D100, boy!
'Cause I imagine my teleport sort of looks like
Fuck it
a
up.
really quick like
Fuck
a
it
lightning
up.
strike.
Fuck it up.
They just. All right, I'm fine. I make it.
The 87 salute.
accidentally goes to the moon.
I probably appear in Bella's mansion.
Very much so, since you have full access and ride to that.
And just start slowly making my way up the stairs.
You do see quite a few of the barons that are there for the valley. Basically, lordship and discussions of supplies and all. But yes, relics and host are shown by Grandcaster Malin, the wonderful orrery, as it will take some time, but obviously with the assistance and host being there, knowing what to look for, especially for the runes that you are in need of for the teleportation at the right moment.
How many more circles of truth are we made to submit to?
Well, basically 5 as you were proceeding further. You can see quite a few people are actually very upset, and a lot of scholars who are passing by some of the halls and libraries that you're on the way to Ori that see a Warforged and questioning of why he's here and what's going on with this. Why is he permitted to access this?
Should probably given him a fake human mask.
That's so much worse.
The rest of him is just Warforged. This is my plate armor.
I'm not wearing a human face. What do you mean?
You mean? I can see the human face.
This is my flesh face? That's racist.
Jeez.
But obviously, be able to proceed with that. We'll take pretty much the remainder of the day, but
No, I do a dumb.
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Ask the king and queen about the Warforged.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, that's like a double social faux pas. It's like your toaster addressing the king.
This is like the whole reason I'm here.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like what they consider as a slave is now turning around and be like, hey, what about the other slaves?
But I feel the need to try.
Are
Now that Elaine's not here.
so what are you gonna try and conjecture?
I'll do so as respectfully as I can. When there's an opportunity to speak before the king and queen, I'll say. Those. Good night. If I may ask,
You just get a surprised eyebrow raise in your direction.
I bow a bit.
What is your question?
I understand that the Warforged you have here are part of your labor force, and you have no reason to do so, but would you consider releasing them in exchange for something? Is there some possible thing that you might want in exchange for their freedom?
And you're the one working with the supposed opposition.
I represent the Iron Champions, based over in Nostrum.
Well, the significance to our infrastructure is quite high. There's a lot of maintenance that usually would be required to them, as it is tireless to run a kingdom such as this and keep it defended properly. The situation to the east was the least desirable matter, but that was also on a unique matter of the celestial bodies. I'm not sure. Between skill and capability, if there would be something that could replace in irreplaceable worker.
I understand. Thank you for humoring me.
Now, more significant matter. With Zaimon and the Shadow King, I'm sure it was a fascinating situation seeing them rise from their, well, kept vaults and locked secrets.
Asking me or Brannigan.
Brannigan.
What?
Hello, buddy. You're being talked to again.
God damn it.
I know.
You're,
Good time now.
you're pinned in a social corner. What are you doing?
So I roll for intimidate and jury rig.
Go manipulate.
I jury rig a plasma gun to take out everybody in the room.
Okay, sorry. What was this about?
He's trying to get all the deeds from you of your ascension with Zaimon, and especially for the shadow faking.
I wouldn't really call it an ascension, more of, I needed help, and Simon offered me the chance to redeem myself.
I will go into more details.
Will very happily listen to every word. As he does, he will gesture for you to follow as you walk and talk. He eventually starts leading you towards the Royal Gallery.
Okay, yeah. I will walk and talk and follow.
So, as you are continuing down that way, is what will Leoris be doing for the rest of the day? I assume keeping some watch, maybe for after Shavroncool. I'm not sure, or enjoying the blessings on the
We
ship.
care about him. We're in the city. If he wasn't willing to actually start something, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be fine here.
Huh? Just reveling in the blessed deck that's protected.
Oh yeah.
Just get covered in moths and butterflies all over again. Alright. And then Elaine, you meeting with the Warm Lord, he does seem a touch surprised that you're back here.
Yo. So we got into contact with Warren Thas, as discussed last time we talked, we were heading to Bymore. The King and Queen of Warren Thas really want to meet with you.
It's been many years since I have spoken with the Elven royalty.
So as part of our deal to help take down Bloodbane, I said that they would be allowed to meet with you if that was okay with you. But I know there's sort of like a rule of people aren't allowed to be here technically.
It seems that age has come to a close with the awakening of every vault.
So you're cool if they bring a random wizard guy first to scout the area and make sure it's safe?
I would welcome their conversation. Yes.
All right. I think they want to meet you as soon as possible, possibly even today.
And I suppose I shall go with you.
Oh? That would make for a hell of a show. I don't know if I'm strong enough to teleport you.
Not worry. I know where the rest are. We'll hold out one big massive hand to you.
Like a stand on? Or just like grab?
Pretty much stand on.
Alright, let's go.
And it is extraordinarily jarring as you are suddenly enveloped in blinding light, cannot see anything at all, and feel this intense heat wash over you as you just see a flash of colors. And within the gallery hall, Brannigan and Promsteel, you see the Warmlord with Elaine in hand.
What?
I don't fall over.
Both the
Is
king and queen immediately take a knee before him.
Shadow step to the floor.
It has been so many years since I've graced these halls. I'm Erdim Ravasala, and this is my queen, Nishala Ravasala. We had not heard of the awakening until recent. We would be honored if you had graced our shrines once more. If we would be welcome back within the temples within the valley. I would welcome it. It's been quiet. Many of them would need to be recovered in time. Though we have much to discuss. Now, many years before that I have not met in my absence. Please, follow me. There's a great shrine. Must see. They will very hurriedly order the various paladins of the temple before start making ready to escort the Immortal Lord. It's at that point those within the gallery. Let's see. Actually, only Cromsteel would recognize this.
What?
One of these paintings look incomplete. Like something had been removed. Almost like a blank space. Though the color seems to almost smear and smudge. Like it was trying to cover over that something has left this portrait. Exactly.
Right.
As you do study this, feel almost lost in this painting for a moment.
Does it look like they smudged it to get rid of any memory of him, or is it something else?
Looks like something else as you see the colors shifting, almost as if the painting itself is reacting.
I stare deeply and reach out to touch it.
You feel a sense of urgency. Something akin to panic for a moment. There's a brief pang in the back of your mind. Remember that Payson described that he was made by a mixture of blood, along with the various paints and pigments. As the gallery hall closes, you feel that connection trying to push deeper into your mind. Do you resist it?
I feel like Faison is trying to tell me something, so no. We like Faison.
Alright.
In this house, we like Payson.
We stand Faison. Hey, wait a minute.
We once again bring someone exactly where they wanted us to bring them.
Also,
You get the desperate sense to run away. Sinking gut feeling. It is vivid imagery. Almost flashes between various discussions and plans that have happened here in the gallery hall. Brief moments of where Faison's memories and echoes flash of trying to leave desperately, almost grasping at the floor as he almost escaped the canvas a few times but was pulled back in. You see various discussions of being able to embody such power from various magic crafts, and that the initial make of the Warforged was taken into theory of these inks as well. Trapping a soul, but the power there within so it doesn't diminish or fade over time. You see multiple artists, craftsmen, valued soldiers brought into this gallery hall where you feel the artistry being crafted before them, but then realize the artistry that's being made is pulling their souls into it. A corrupted ritual, one that was originally used in the design of making Warforged, to forever trapping the souls and skills of their most valued citizens. At this point, you start to realize that the gallery door is closed with all of you in here and just the paladins. It's at this point, as you were touching the portrait and finally allowed to break free, as you realize that Faison's desperate escape was after he finally ripped himself free from the soul snare and remade himself, though his memory faded. Piece of him stayed here. It's at this point in the hall that many of the paladins surround you and draw their blades.
I need my own, but it's not there.
Hang on just Chrome?
On all three of you.
Okay,
What are you buying?
Fists ignite!
And we'll leave off there till next time.
Oh, uh-oh.
Jesus.
I missed a good portion of that because at some point my cat went fucking feral and started to beat the shit out of it.
Basically, Crom still found the painting that Payzon climbed out of, if you remember him.
Yeah, we've just learned that these
Yeah, I
things
remember
are
Payzon.
worse than we thought.
I mean, I don't know. I assumed they were pretty bad. But I was like, I wasn't lying when I, agreed to the Zone of Truth, because I don't really have anything against them inherently, because I don't know that much about them.
Yeah,
I
same.
was willing to ignore the war crimes if they let us use their thing, but they're just gonna fucking kill us before we reach the thing, so.
Yeah, I
Go
think-
bunker it is!
I think you touched the Mona Lisa.
I mean,
They were gonna
yeah,
do
you
this
touched
before.
the art. No, you touched the art.
They
That's-
brought us
that's
in
not
here to
allowed.
add us to the
That's not
Yeah,
That's
allowed.
why we're in this
To
room.
be fair, yeah, they
Where's the
probably were like
warlord?
they probably saw you talk like to the fucking king and queen, and like the Warforged, and like, oh, you going in the fucking painting now, bitch.
Well, good thing we're all proficient with our fucking knuckles. And I do blunt damage with those, which gives me the crusher advantage.
Why am I never there when you just go to commit homicide? I'm not
I'm
having,
sure
I'm not having fun in a planetarium.
And
No, if they're gonna kill us, they for sure are gonna kill you into Warforged.
Yeah, that is
My
true,
man.
I guess.
You are also going to be attacked.
I can also do that thing where I just summon the Planetar.
Please do.
Like, we have fucked up.
You also do that thing where the Worm Lord is in the next room.
Yeah.
that's
Are
it.
you still with him, or are you back here with us?
shoot.
I assumed the Worm Lord and the King and Queen wandered into the garden alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
You give the hand so you almost just kill these peasants.
I thought you were gonna say, and anyway, since this one is a picture of the Worm Lord gets sucked into it and now they have his power.
That would have been a solid jape, honestly.
Hilarious.
After I was like, oh, don't worry, we'll bring you to the Worm Lord. And Josh be like, no, the Worm Lord's going to them so he can get fucking captured.
Get God. Well, I mean, you see, that's when we go outside and I repeatedly cast Earthquake on their city.
Yeah, Josh, using my elemental scar, I'm allowed to cast any fire spell, right?
Yes.
You know, at a risk.
That's
Is a meteor swarm a fire spell?
This fire damage.
If we combine our powers and both cast Meteor Swarm.
You pull rocks from outer space that are on fire. That's fire.
Yeah.
I give it a solid maybe.
You mean the astral?
Like, it doesn't come from inside my body, so I assume no.
Yeah, what about
Unless
you
I
cast
shit
solar
out a
flare?
giant meteor.
You
Still
literally
alive.
bend over and fucking shit out a fat one in their
Right,
face.
your cheeks.
A giant
That
rock on
rolls out
fire
at you.
flies out.
If only they weren't paladins, I could just fucking suggest they bitch asses to stop.
I think they're about to suggest you into a painting. I think they probably do this to most guests. They're like, alright, into the painting, kid.
I mean, why wouldn't they? They have one of the favorite of the Shadowfey King and the champion of Zymon.
Alright, chop liver.
I mean,
Oh, fuck.
they don't want
You don't have-
Warforged. They'll put you under a control rod.
Ah, that's worse.
You're gonna be turned into a towel holder.
I'm about to massacre these people. You know, I'm glad I came with you.
The gladiatorial janitor.
And I'm gonna have to try to. Well, I guess actually, to be fair, that dude might not want to immediately kill us. Me and a host, because, you know, we did tell him what was going on. He might slightly not want that to happen.
You might not know.
Maybe he might not try to commit homicide on me. Maybe the homicide is, like, disconnected a little bit, you know?
Why do they have to be
I
so
think they'll
fucking
let you do your
rude?
job
God.
and then commit homicide as soon
That
as
is,
you're
that
done.
is a
being
good
used.
point. He might
Yeah.
wait for the solution to show up, and then
Oh,
try to
yeah.
kill me. However, that depends on if you guys begin yelling into the ambient that you're being fucking murdered.
If these guys are off their self, they've got some kind of jamming going on.
Oh.
Jammed up barrier rings.
I mean, to be fair, Elaine said they were basically the only person that could do it, and then they already teleported once, which is pretty reasonable to assume most spellcasters are. That's like one of their strongest things is teleporting.
Aren't you wearing the helm of teleportation
Yes.
at all times?
I assume I took it off when I went into the city, but I probably was just holding it. Because, saying I mean no harm while wearing a weird looking helmet isn't really a good look.
Yeah, not the greatest.
Don't worry, boys. I cast plane shift. I tell my man, hey, your brother is in trouble. And he'll be like, alright, I'm coming.
The king just shows up.
Yeah, he's a lot of portals. He'll be here in 1 second.
Chad.
Depends how close I can plane shift to him.
Shun King just Chad walks into the room.
There's the Grandcaster Malin for you.
You can plane shift us to the negative energy plane and make 3 Nightwalkers. Fuck them.
That's right. I like Longbad's idea of the meteor Gatling or Gatling bum. God. Oh my god.
Bums.
Meteor
Well,
Gatling.
Meteors have to come from somewhere.
Okay. When you do that Nightwalker strategy, if those Nightwalkers die, you cannot return.
Yeah, I get that. But it is funny.
The only way back is if you have to entice the Nightwalker to willingly go back.
Somehow.
More of living.
They're not very smart.
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah,
they're dumb
dumb
enough to do it doable, but it's like,
They'd
You
probably
can
do
lure
it for a
them.
Scooby snack.
once you go back for a Scooby snack. Oh,
Good. I thought this Malon guy was gonna be more reasonable, to be honest.
I was
Okay.
very surprised. I was like, maybe the elves aren't so bad.
I much
thought
prefer the
elves-
Razor rooms now.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, maybe Melon's onto something. Maybe the Razrooms do suck.
Turns out their war
Man.
crimes far exceeds our own.
Yeah.
How do you feel about a gallery of souls?
Kinda fucks.
Sounds like the Razor rooms were on the right track. They may have been a little greedy, but they did it for the betterment of their people. These guys are just dicks.
Also, I don't know if these guys know, the King and Queen know about the fact that someone in Wernthos is trading with the boys. It might be Shavron cool, to be honest.
Look,
Because he
I had
do love
already
artifacts.
I'd marched down Warnthos for assault. Now it's been upgraded to Exterminatus.
Don't worry, I can exterminatus it. Oh, that's
Yeah.
an earthquake. Let's go.
The hard.
That's fine by me. I can assume there are no living infused in this city anyway.
Yeah, the hard brush
There might
with
be some
Crom.
Warforged collateral damage. But Warforged on people anyway. That's fine.
Now, to be fair, they're more likely to survive because they can, get underneath things. But
Yeah, they don't care about being crushed by rubble.
Yeah, we'll fish him out eventually.
Ribble
You
trouble.
know how many Warforged are still in the ocean below?
Yeah, they're still fishing him.
We got a giant magnet.
Beak magnet.
they just stick the mag down. There's like 40 more.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna be free. No, they spend like 6 more days zooming around that area.
They're just like, they're just all in the mag. Have a conversation like, man, that explosion was crazy.
No, they do that thing like fucking Bender when they pick him up with the ship's magnet in Futurama. They all just start singing.
Oh yeah.
Let's play I Spy. I Spy. Nope. Is it water again?
Yeah.
No, it's Warforged.
Warforged.
Oh.
Ah.
The only other thing beginning with W in this area.
Warforged, water, or magnet. Sometimes fish.
Sometimes. Then there's that one really smart one that knows the types of all the fish.
Oh my God. This guy's fucking cheating.
That's an anglerfish. That's a flatfish. Oh, there's a
So
puffer.
he knows like the scientific names.
Oh God. That's even.
What the fucking Latin?
That's a poofer ironing Durford dog. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Durfenda.
The Durfin dog.
Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed. Fun
Okay.
time.
Rest well, Nikolai.
Witness elf and homicide.
Farewell!
Yeah.
Josh, where's all the rat people, Josh?
They're dead.
Killed the last one, man. Just
We
remember.
need
Killed
vermin
the
type,
final
Josh.
rat.
Go underground, sucker.
I spy with my robot eyes something beginning with C. Is it the C? That begins with an S, you idiot!
See,
Jesse, you should be proud of me. I'm not wearing a shirt.
sand.
I'm not wearing pants, says Luke.
That's also an S!
I'm wearing pants,
Oh.
but it's hot
Well, that's,
in
I'm
my
less
room.
proud of you.
What? Are you wearing pants?
No.
Deception 1.
No.
No.
Hey, I could tell you that I was loading a page on Google, and that was enough for me to delay my answer, and you'd believe me because it's
No.
very true.
Well, the page was taking all of your brain power.
Yeah, I was
It's true.
focusing
When I
on it,
see a
so it would
page
load
and it
fast.
doesn't load, I'm like,
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
It's like in Pokemon when you mash your button, it
Bradley!
catches Pokemon better. But in Google, I concentrate on the page to make it load faster.
He's alive! Brad is
Oh
alive!
boy!
Brad?
Right at the end of the street.
Radimir, let's go.
Brad.
Braddleton!
Where my boy Brad at me?
Alright, let me just calculate what my AC is right now.
Now I'm the
11.
robot.
That's the fun part. Brannigan!
11!
Wait, isn't it's 8? Is it 8 plus dex or 10 plus dex?
10 plus dex.
Don't worry.
13.
There's still more people in the gallery that you have to see.
Oh, we're not even in armor, are we?
No.
Well, you
I am.
guys are.
It's part of me.
Well, that one's different, yeah.
I'm not in armor.
Blue mushrooms, goddamn.
I have 13 AC.
Imagine being unarmed and needing armor.
Yeah. Imagine being unarmed, needing armor, and then also pissing off the blue dragon outside as you find out the rest of your party's just got captured.
What are you talking about? Time for Planetar.
Yeah,
That's
me
true.
and Kimban will kick his ass. Fuck that guy.
And my fucking illusion, my echo having 19 AC, regardless of whether I have armor or not.
You guys are ready for support Chrome Steel, because I don't do any DPS.
Yay!
I might
No,
best
you
still
can be
hit.
like, what's that fucking robot called? Zeus.
What?
From fucking... You know that Hugh Jackman movie with the robots that fight?
Oh, fuck, yeah. I can't remember the fucking name of it, but it's the junkyard bot that...
Real Steel.
Real
That's
Steel,
it.
yeah.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I can punch him, but...
Yeah, you can
I
still
can
smite
punch
on
him
a
and I'll-
punch.
Hey, I still do fucking greatsword damage with a punch.
But half as effective.
Where's the... I need a gif of him, like,
Jump,
humbling his fucking ass. Where is it?
jump shotting a motherfucker.
I think my play is gonna be like... hasting Brannigan, and then cure wounds in people.
Cure wounds, cure wounds, cure wounds!
Yeah.
Surrounded by Elvish Paladin.
I think I'm legitimately just going to teleport away and leave.
Oh, if you can do that, yeah, please. Please do. But I think
Yeah,
they will
yes.
stop us somehow.
I can't be counterspelled, but they might do something
You
else.
could be in a sanctuary of some kind.
Yeah, you did subtle spell teleport in front of them earlier.
Yeah, but maybe
Yeah.
like this room specifically, the room where they murder people.
Yes.
Could
Would
be
you like to know?
Find out next time.
Yeah, give you a first-hand experience of how they do it.
On Festering Faiths.
It cost me, what, 2 sorcery points to settle spell? How many? Where's it? 1. Which means I can cast, like, 17 more spells before I run out.
I'm sure that
fine,
at
we're
any
fine.
given moment, I could call upon Bloodbane's assistance to get out of jail anytime, because
Oh.
Josh would let me, because it'd be so dramatic.
Would you
Hey,
really?
let's
He
just
really
next
can't
look.
resist.
Let's team up with Bloodbane to take out Warrenthos.
Do we team up with Bloodbane to take out Bloodbane?
That's right.
My goals are beyond your understanding.
Honestly, if we don't get what we want from here, we go find Awakener and say, "Hey, Awakener, help us destroy Warrenthos." And he'll be like, "Yes, I need Warrenthos."
Yeah, how badly do we need this orrery? Is there another one? Do we have a backup plan? Or is this
Backup
the thing we
plan
need?
is we convince all of the gods that can control the moons to prematurely force an eclipse,
Yeah.
which is very hard. We have like 1 out of 3. Actually, we have the Shun King, and then we have the legit real god, Illustrae, who might not be bothered doing that because she's a real god and this is peasant shit.
I thought we had like 2 out of 5 and we just needed 1 more. For the majority.
2. You get 2 out of 5 being the Shun King and Illustrae. Actually, Zymon as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need all of them?
To force it, I think so. I think the idea between
Yeah.
us having a majority was that
They can't.
Could-
to
can't
delay
force it
Yeah.
to do their fucking shit
Yeah, alright.
until, you know, the appropriate appointed time for it to happen.
Hmm.
But the other moon was Elf Girl all the way to the west near Freydis. And then the Yuan-Ti one all the way to the east. And I don't like the sounds of the Yuan-Ti one.
Alright, if we survive this and get out, I'm down for level
Busting
this
Meteor
place with
Strike,
Awakener. Yeah.
We tried.
After what I've seen, they are condemned.
I mean, you want to get in touch with Awakening, you just hit me up. He's like my pen pal.
He's your pen pal, but you're not his.
Yeah.
Everyone's my pen pal.
Yeah, but it's not consensual.
Just ring
Yeah,
him
exactly.
up. Awakener, it's time. Start marching on Warrenthos. Yeah.
Yes, my queen. Da, 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 da.
Especially one of us has to go. We're willing to help. We're already there. When can you be there? He's like, I'm at the gate. I'm at the gates. There's just an explosion in the distance. It's like, yeah, let's go.
This campaign's gonna end with most life on this continent being wiped out. Not by Bloodbane, but by us.
All major powers.
It's to save the other half.
The dwarves.
Yeah, well-
They're just minding their own business.
They will learn of our peaceful ways through violence.
The perfect way to make people learn peacefully is violently.
We're gonna make some diners.
Dean. Well, for everyone who's still in the chat, I hope you have a wonderful good evening, good afternoon, good night, and good morning to those who are just waking up. To
I
those-
don't.
Oh, you evil bitch.
19,000 XP, right?
What?
No. What? 1,000.
Cool.
1,000?
Yeah.
1,000.
What? I bid you a good night. Till next time. Titi croissant and baguette.